Hi guys!
Wow, we have just come back from an amazing 4 nights on board the beautiful MSC World Europa, and we were lucky enough to be in their yacht club.
Yeah, so what is Yacht Club?
Well, according to MSC, it is an exclusive world of refinement. Discover a ship within a ship through our exclusive MSC Yacht Club, a place where you can savour exclusivity and privacy in a world of choice. A place where you can indulge in the luxury of a private club while enjoying access to the myriad of recreation and entertainment possibilities on the ship that the ship has to offer. Wow, that's a lot of bold claims.
Yes, lavish.
Yes, lavishly appointed suites.
Yes.
Exclusive. 24-hour Butler Service.
Mirrored.
Yes. Dedicated concierge.
Yeah.
And the beginning of these things, you got the beautiful welcome to MSC.
6 stars?
Apparently.
Apparently it's 6 stars.
Now, for those of you that haven't had the opportunity to experience the yacht club, we're going to ask the question, is it worth the hype?
Or the price tag. So let's go and take a look first and see what we got up to.
Let's go look. Oh, such a lovely swim.
Surprise? I wouldn't say it's a surprise, Tristan.
No, it's a lovely swim.
Ah.
That's not a nice surprise.
that was a bit of a whirlwind, wasn't it?
That was a very busy but luxurious 4 days.
It was. So, to see whether it's worth all the hype and the price tag, let's head over to the MSC website and look at the benefits for Yacht Club. Now, these benefits are above and beyond what is in the normal sort of MSC package. So we're going to go through each of them and look at the experiences that we had on board.
So we have dedicated priority check-in and check-out, as well as priority departure and return on excursion days.
The Embarkation.
Disclaimer, they did have a meltdown on the ship, and that's a bit outside their normal control, so we will give them a little bit of a pass on that one. However, the initial experience from getting out of the taxi to check-in was very smooth, really great. To call it dedicated when we were walking in with about 6 other people, maybe not, that's a stretch.
Yeah.
However, it was much smoother, although I've never really had a particularly poor experience with check-in with MSC, but
No.
it was definitely a very smooth up to that point.
Yeah, I mean, when we checked in as well, it's nice. I've got tables of like food and drinks and champagnes there, and they just sort of put us in a side room, which is quite comfortable.
Champagne. Prosecco, darling.
Prosecco.
Prosecco.
Italian. So,
Italian.
yeah. But there was Chris and lots of different things, and it was quite
Now,
good.
Checkout. Now, on the checkout day, our disembarkation day, it wasn't very smooth. They did bring us down. They did escort us down. However, they then just kind of left us with the security guards and everything else just to get off the ship as normal. So, okay, they walk you out of Yacht Club. Is that just to make sure that you leave? I don't know, maybe. They just want to make sure you're out of Yacht Club. But, it wasn't... I don't think, to be fair, I think dedicated priority check-in and check-out, that's a stretch.
Because we thought our butler would come down and greet us, but that was not our experience. We sort of got herded around the actual terminal in buses and then, I don't know, corridors, and then we actually went up on the gangplank with everyone else, didn't we?
Yeah, it wasn't great. Priority departure and return on excursion days. Now, we did try this intentionally.
Yep.
We got out in Barcelona just to try this, and actually, no, it did not happen at all. We were just left to our own devices.
Yeah, so I went to the concierge and I said, we're going out, just to give them the hint. And they were just like, okay, just get off at midships and off you go.
And in fact, when we returned, we came back to, there was an MSC tent, and we said to them, we're with Yacht Club, they had a Yacht Club tent, sorry, not MSC tent, a Yacht Club tent at the terminal.
Yeah.
And they just kind of said, go over there with security.
So yeah, it was a bit...
No, I don't think that happens. I don't think that was...
Well, from our experience, we didn't really get it at all.
No, which is a bit of a pity because I think that is a really nice benefit of the...
Yeah, just that personalisation.
Next up, 24-hour Butler Service and dedicated concierge.
Definitely the concierge desk was there 24/7, and it was always manned.
Yeah, we did come back in at 2, 3 in the morning a couple
and
times.
they were still there.
So they were still there, so there was someone there. So it definitely is there. Now, 24-hour Butler Service, there is a butler that you can contact at 24 hours a day. However, obviously your butler works shifts. Your butler that
she's assigned to your room.
Yeah, it's just the butler that's assigned to your room. She does look after obviously another number of rooms.
Yeah.
So it's not that much different. They are very attentive, and I would say our butler Maddie was lovely.
Yeah.
However, it's not a dedicated butler service. So if you're thinking it's going to be like they're going to be at your beck and call, it's not really the same.
No, and I felt really like. I just don't know. I just didn't feel comfortable like ringing her about. I did on a couple of occasions, and I don't know. It just felt like just ringing your normal room steward, wasn't it? But I mean, she was lovely.
Yeah. Room service available 24 hours a day. Now, I would kind of argue, whichever room you're in on an MSC ship, there is 24-hour room service. Mm-hmm. Now, I will grant them there is more that is actually included, and unfortunately we didn't realise this until the last day.
Yeah.
We might use this in future ones maybe, but that there is a much nicer breakfast that you can do in your room that is included. So we're used to the standard Fantastica package one, which the breakfast is in your room isn't great. Yeah. It's fine if you're going out quickly, it's some pastries and coffee. Yeah. But this one was much more enhanced, and I was like, I wish I hadn't realised that before. So it would have been nice maybe if actually on the first day our butler had pointed that out, because it would have been nice to do.
Absolutely. And then we would talk about the drinks. So
this is, I found a bit gypped. It is nice, and it is worth considering if you're factoring in the cost, certainly. That the premium extra drinks package is considerably extra on a cruise.
Yeah.
However, I did feel a bit like, up until recently, It was a much wider package of just you and Yacht Club. You could pretty much drink what you wanted. They've set it back to really being the premium extra drinks package, which is this maybe them trying to recoup some money that they've lost in the recent years? I don't know, but it's not restricted by any such really, but it is more restricted than it used to be.
I think when we were sitting in the topsail lounge, I didn't feel like, we were being restricted by any sort of drinks and things. They just warned us if you're out and about in the ship below just to watch what drinks were included.
They do have in the actual topsail lounge now, certain drinks will have a price next to it, and if they have a price next to it, you will be paying that price.
That's true, yeah.
Plus a service charge.
One good thing about drinks, though, is that in our room we had minibar. Now, at first, every time I go in and see a minibar, I'm like, gosh, I better not touch anything in there. But we did learn that beer and soft drinks and juices,
and
were
water
included, and water was included. The other nice thing with your room is that you can get a bottle of alcohol. And so you can choose what you want. I got in there first and I chose the whiskey. So
yes, you did.
Yeah.
You can also, they do have certain ones of kind of like de-alcoholized wine, etc. So if you're not one that drinks alcohol, there is the choice for grape juice.
Yeah.
Next on the list is premium internet package.
Yeah, I thought the internet was actually really good. For the number of people on the ship, it worked really well.
The internet on MSC ships is very, very good.
Yeah.
I would say that I do quite like, though, not having the internet normally, because there's less temptation to just spend my whole life on social media or checking out the news or something like that.
Yeah,
so
but
one of the nice things is to switch off, but then equally, it is quite nice that it's included. And again, it is another thing that if you're thinking about the cost you're paying extra, maybe, and you are one that wants the internet and a drinks package, bear that in mind when you're looking at the cost.
The thing with the internet as well is that it covers 2 devices per passenger.
Yes.
So we had plenty of devices that could connect to the internet as well, and there was no limit or anything, which was good.
Yeah, mainly Josh's Switch, iPads, tablets, then my phone comes out, tertiary. But
of course.
Josh was the first one to get connected, of course.
Of course he is.
Complimentary access to the thermal suite.
So that is usually a good perk. I mean, we do have Diamond membership. We usually get an hour, but to actually have unlimited access to it is great.
It's not unlimited.
It's not.
It's an hour a day.
Oh,
it's an hour a day. So just bear that in mind. I'm not sure if they would ever actually chuck you out. Maybe if you did, but if you're going and you go in, don't think then that you could come back later and go out and come back later in the day and maybe do it.
Yeah.
It is kind of like a once a day thing.
So we did go to the spa. And we only went once. And the experience probably wasn't the most luxurious experience.
Yeah, they need to limit the numbers in there. I would say normally, though, we do like an MSC spa.
Yeah.
They are really pretty. They are lovely. They're well kitted out as well. But yeah, this one
was pretty packed, wasn't it? Yeah, and it was hard to get into things.
It did also mean that it was a benefit that we didn't actually really use after the first day when we experienced it, because I was like, I don't need to go back and have foot soup, thank you. Relaxation amenities in each suite.
Now, this is things such as your bathrobes, your slippers, and also some other like soaps and amenities as well.
It's a bit sad though. They used to put in the Med by MSC, which I love the smell of Med by MSC. As I think Emma Cruises always says, it is the smell of our house, which it is. It's always going in here, but they've switched it to something else, which it smelled very nice, but bring back the Med by MSC.
Exactly. The only one thing I do want to mention about the robes, though, is that we had 3 adult robes. Now, our butler did say, I'll change one out for Josh, so to get a junior robe. It never turned up. So Josh was always wearing the oversized gown, and he loved the slippers. He's even brought them home.
Sadly, he brought them home and left them for the dog to chew, so now they are chewed.
Yep.
Never mind. The pillow menu.
Ugh.
Are we keeping you up?
Yeah, the pillows.
So they did send this to us before we actually boarded, along with the request of which alcohol did you want. But when we got on board, there wasn't... I don't think they had actually either... Whether the order had got to them, I don't know, or what had happened, but we just kind of got standard pillows. It's very comfy.
Yeah.
But I was intrigued to try out the airflow ergonomic... Memory foam,
yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
Weird.
I still don't.
No, but it was comfortable.
Someday.
It was comfortable.
They were very nice, the pillows that we did get, but yeah, I can't comment really because it didn't appear, so who knows. Maybe it's good, maybe they're not. They do also advertise things like luggage packing and unpacking service.
We didn't get this. Like, we didn't get offered it, and I don't know.
I felt funny asking, to be honest. It feels a bit weird saying, "Could you pack my clothes?" Although I would actually love that.
What about
because
your
I hate
smalls?
packing my clothes.
Would you like them to pack your smalls? I don't think so, especially if you've worn them.
I'll put them in a packing cube first, maybe, and then I'm going to put the packing cube in.
But we didn't get offered it, did we?
No, it wasn't offered, and it did feel a bit funny to ask.
Yeah, so it didn't happen. The other thing was here is newspapers. So
yeah, I actually think this is a missed trick for MSC, and if you are listening, maybe you could take this one up. But you print the papers every day. You don't actually get them, obviously, because you're at sea some days. But they print them onto these huge pieces of paper, like A2 pieces of paper, which is completely unwieldy in your room. And actually, you have such great technology on board in some places. Just have a tablet in the room that you can choose to, it's locked into the newsreader, and you can just choose to access the paper that you want to for the day or whatever. Much greener as well, because I just think it's such a waste.
I felt like it was like the forest being cut down just for us to read every day, and I didn't like it either.
I kind of read the headlines and then was like, okay, I don't really want to sit and read the paper every day.
No.
So, yeah, I think I get the idea. It's a nice touch, but maybe think about utilising technology more for that one.
Totally agree.
Something that they have kept, or brought back, really, post-pandemic for Yacht Club is the MSC for Me wristbands. Now, I quite like these.
Yeah.
Instead of having your cruise card, it is effectively your cruise card on your wrist. Lots of cruise lines do this. Is nothing that new.
Yep.
But it's a wearable tech. You can't get on and off the ship with it. You do still need your actual cruise card for that bit. But it has all your various information. It does kind of feel a bit flashy and things because it's on your wrist.
You're
and
like,
it's kind of
look, I'm in Yacht Club.
I am in Yacht Club. And people the staff do look at it a bit like, oh, okay, you're down here from Yacht Club. But
and it's got your muster station on it, so if you forget, it's right there.
If you're that drunk and you can't remember, it's written on your wrist, which is a benefit. But yeah, if you're in the normal parts of the ship, you can also get the MSC for Me wristbands, but you do have to pay. Whereas these, you don't. And actually, at the end of it, we said, are we supposed to leave these somewhere? They said, no, you just take them. I was like, oh. Which maybe that's part of the price. The final benefit they offer is one free cruise change.
Yep.
Now, this is, I'm assuming, excluding the free cruise changes that MSC quite often put on you, because they're quite renowned for that. Yeah. But obviously, if you do need to change, you need a bit of flexibility. There is that benefit there that you could change it to a later date, a different date, without incurring an additional charge. So it's a good little benefit there. Obviously, not something you're regularly going to use for. We personally have travel insurance to cover that in most cases, but it's there as a benefit.
So let's see what MSC advertise as the exclusive areas around the Yacht Club. So the first area is a dedicated private area of the ship. So it's only to Yacht Club members only. So you can only get in through a glass sliding door.
You do need your wristband or
your
card for that. If you forget it, you're locked out.
You will find people up against the window sometimes looking in. That used to be us,
usually
wasn't
us.
it?
Yeah, that's usually us. I'm not gonna lie.
Let me in.
But yeah, you do definitely get a nice. It is much quieter, and actually on a ship the size of World Europa, we were really grateful for having that smaller, quieter space within the ship.
Next up, lavishly fitted suites offering outstanding comfort, located in the foredecks of the ship.
The rooms are really comfortable, I have to say, and a lot bigger than your standard cabin.
And no wasted space. Like, we were in an aft cabin one time, and I felt there was a bit of waste space. This wasn't.
You should star jumps in that cabin.
Yeah, that's true.
This one, everything has a purpose to it, but it is very spacious, very comfortable.
Yeah.
They are in the foredecks. It is an important thing to note. If you do suffer from seasickness, you will feel the motion. You're high up, near the front of the ship.
Yeah.
It is going to be a bit more rocky, but generally, these ships are pretty good, but it's worth knowing.
We didn't feel too much rock, did we?
It was quite steady. It wasn't that choppy when we were there, though. But it's worth noting.
Yeah. So the panoramic topsail lounge with bar, afternoon tea service, light bites available day and night, and live entertainment in the evening.
I loved the topsail lounge. This was a real highlight. And the fact that they do afternoon tea, ooh la la.
It was nice. So Fraser at Sea came and joined us for afternoon tea.
It was a lovely afternoon tea. The topsail bar, we did have light bites randomly one morning for breakfast, which was I don't quite think they got what we meant, but never mind.
Yeah.
It was fine. But the entertainment in the evening, the pianist and occasionally a lounge singer, it was lovely actually. And I really like that kind of ambience in an evening.
So on World Europa, the Top Sail Lounge, we've been in other Top Sail Lounges, so we were on the Sea View and we were in there, and they were saying to us that it was a lot bigger, but I don't think it was really, was it?
I think
didn't feel it.
On a whole, Yacht Club on World Europa is a lot bigger.
Yeah.
But...
So a private and spacious pool deck with whirlpool baths and sunbathing area, an outdoor bar with the very best views.
Where was the outdoor bar? There was bar service outside.
I
know we had the grill.
Maybe there was a bar.
Was the grill, did that count as the bar?
I don't know. I can't remember.
We need to go back.
Yeah, we need to go back and have a look.
The pool deck was lovely, actually. Yeah. It's a smaller pool than I thought it would be.
Yeah, and only one whirlpool, which was a bit strange, yeah?
For 388 guests.
Yeah, it's quite,
It's a bit limiting. But of course, you do have the other facilities of the rest of the ship to use. But yeah, it's a good, nice area. The sun lounges were very comfortable.
Yeah.
There was a good bar service guy walking around offering drinks every time I put my drink down empty. So that was good.
And being up the front, it was good. You could actually see all the ships in front of you at the port, which was good. Gourmet restaurant with a la carte dining for breakfast, lunch and dinner with free choice of dining time.
This is very true. It is definitely a cut above the food, although very similar to the main dining rooms on board, but definitely a cut above and a step up. It was lovely.
Good portions though.
Really good portion sizes actually. Breakfast, lunch and dinner we did do. Of course we needed to try all of these for you.
Of course we had to.
But and yeah, dining time. They did say because it was busy we may end up waiting, but actually we never really did.
No.
The last night the service was very slow, but we didn't wait to get our table.
Yeah.
So and that is a nice thing actually, having the choice of just I'm hungry. I'm going to go and eat at 8 o'clock, or I'm going to eat at 6 o'clock because I didn't have lunch.
Breakfast though only finished at 9:30, I think, most days, and we sort of rolled out of bed about 9:30, so we did miss it.
They did say though they have the grill upstairs which you can go to until about 11, and they will sort out breakfast. We never made it to the grill for breakfast.
No.
We would quite often just sit in the lounge, actually, the Top Sail Lounge, and have pastries and coffee. Yeah.
And lastly, tailor-made experiences from shopping to excursions. Well, we didn't go on a real excursion, so we didn't ask for it, but I didn't see it advertised. I don't even know where you'd start.
I'm not really one for tailor-made shopping either. I don't need the pressure, thank you, to spend more money. But they did have that. Actually, the one thing they did have that was quite nice for this was every evening for a couple of hours, the future cruise sales people would actually come up and set up in the Top Sail Lounge quietly in a corner. So you don't have to go down and book your next cruise there. You can just stay in the Yacht Club and book your next cruise. Yeah. Which was just too tempting.
So the summary and our final thoughts. So,
is it worth the hype, and is it worth the price tag?
So let's first of all talk about the hype. So
I think it is definitely a step above.
Yeah.
I'm not sure personally if it's the 6-star that they claim it is.
Yeah.
Although having worked in hotels, I do know that is just technically a bunch of tick boxes to get the star rating. But,
yeah.
I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah, I just felt I thought there'd be a lot more personalisation, and it just didn't feel like that. On the first couple of days, it wasn't totally full in Yacht Club, and they did use our names a lot more. But by day 3 and 4, when there was a lot more people, and it did feel it when you're in the Yacht Club, that kind of personalisation started to slip, didn't it? And it felt like the butlers were really rushing around.
Yeah, I have to say, in the summer, I think I'm more intrigued to try. When we're on Virtuoso, the much smaller yacht club that is there, I do wonder whether we'll get a much more personal service. A lot of people that do regularly sail with Yacht Club that we were speaking to in the Yacht Club that time on World Europa were saying that also embarking in Barcelona is much nicer, which is where we will be embarking, which is kind of odd because you think Genoa being their home would be nicer, but I'm intrigued to see if a smaller yacht club means that it is more personal, what they advertise it as.
I mean, these people were saying this was not their normal experience of Yacht Club, so I don't know if it's because it's a new ship, they're trying to find their feet, but they have been sailing for 3 months. So
it's not really that new.
No.
They should have found their feet and found these positions, and I personally think they've just enlarged the Yacht Club number of rooms, because it now goes from deck 15 all the way up to 21 in cabins, whereas most of them are only 3 or 4 decks and about half the size. So I do think they've increased that without necessarily increasing to match the public spaces, shall we say.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued to see what the summer has to offer on that.
Yeah.
I think, is it worth the hype? Truly, no.
Not from what we
It's a
experienced.
lovely way to cruise.
Yeah.
It's an absolutely lovely way to cruise, and if you can find a bargain for it, great. But no.
I mean, on this cruise, it was good to have the yacht club because it is generally a quieter area, and World Europa was very busy towards the end, and so it was very noisy downstairs, and it was good just to go upstairs and just have that kind of noise barrier. So it was actually not bad.
Now, in terms of is it worth the cost? Now, sometimes it can be very expensive compared to, say, a normal balcony cabin or even an Araya cabin, which gives you a lot of extra benefits as well. This one, personally, our typical spend that we do normally on a cruise is between £100 to £150 per night. So what's that, about $200 per night, typical spend. This one was about £195 per night. So it is, about 25% more extra?
More,
So it was more. It wasn't that much more, so it was quite cheap because it could quite often be double the price easily of a normal cruise.
And Josh, he was only £179 for the 4 nights, which isn't too bad.
Yeah, kids is always a bargain. It is also worth noting, it is not an adult-only space. It does include kids. Of course, most of the kids are beautiful children like Josh and very well behaved.
No, they were.
But if you are going on board expecting it to be an adult-only experience, it's not that.
No.
And they do not advertise it as that either. But yeah, it is. I think if you can get a deal, and there are definite deals to be had in different points. If you can book last minute. They quite often have quite good deals on the MSC bid up process thing that they have on the email they send out. You can definitely get some bargains on those ones. And in those cases, definitely worth the money for what you get. And it's a lovely way to cruise. But if you're paying the full back that they pay in the middle of the summer for some of them, I'm like, I'm not sure it's worth that.
It's true. Like, we're doing a repositioning cruise a bit later in the summer, and we did get a good bargain on that as well. So that's where you can find them. So, Tristan, the all-important question, would we do Yacht Club again?
We just said we are.
Yeah, we
Plus,
are.
we've also booked for World America, so World Europa can't have been that bad because we booked to do its sister new ship. They have said they're going to do a lot of learnings onto World America, so it will be also intriguing to see if they take those on. But, I think definitely it's a lovely way to cruise, and if we can get the price, we'll always happily do it.
Absolutely. So, we have a review on MSC World Europa, where you can find here.
We also have several cabin tours coming out for Yacht Club, as well as the balcony and an inside cabin.
Vlog series.
We have a vlog series coming out soon, and we have loads of really cool cruises, including, of course, we will be videoing and filming a lot for our summer Yacht Club. So if you've watched this and thought, maybe Yacht Club is for me, but you're still not sold, watch this space.
And if you enjoy our content, make sure you subscribe. All your subscriptions really help us to build the channel as well.
And we couldn't do it without also, of course, thanking our wonderful Patreons who support us. And if you're interested in becoming a Patreon, please go over to patreon.com/cruisebuoys and check out our packages and tiers.
Right, so that's it from us. So for now, bye. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, like, comment, and share.